What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead universe and the ones who live. And will we see them again? Rick and Michonne, that is. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, especially for Season 1, Episode 6, the season and maybe series finale of The Ones Who Live. Spoiler warning. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed this series. How about you? But Season 1, Episode 6 was titled The Last Time. And what does that mean? Well, if you saw the episode, you know the CRM is done. The Civic Republic is still going strong, but the Civic Republic military is not. We know that Rick and Michonne were on this helicopter flying, I guess, to the Commonwealth. And it's a rewarding finale because we get to see Judith, RJ, Michonne, and Rick. And they're all together. The Grimes family is complete. And we were wondering how would they wrap this series, well, season and probably series up. But we get to see Judith get the radio. We don't see her or hear her talk to Michonne, but we see boots and shoes. And it's just cool, you know, like it wraps up the story of Rick. The story of The Walking Dead is bigger than Rick Grimes, but it's still Rick Grimes. He's a big, huge part of it, right? It's an awesome thing to see Rick and Michonne, right? Am I wrong? Because I enjoyed it thoroughly. Two awesome fan favorite characters. You know, Rick and Michonne get out of the helicopter and they see Judith and RJ. They drop the bags and they run to each other. Now, at this point, a lot of people brought up the point, where is everybody else? Where is Father Gabriel? Where is Aaron? Where is anybody else from the Commonwealth? We're guessing it's the Commonwealth. It could be Alexandria. We don't know where they ended up and where they're at here. But either way, where are the other people? Maybe the show didn't have the budget, the time, whatever. But we see the Grimes family is complete and it's cool. And I don't know about you, but I teared up a little bit. Especially with Denai and Andy. They sold this. Like, they actually saw their kids for the first time. And I was thinking about it. Is this the first time that we saw Kaylee Presley Fleming, who plays Judith, older Judith, and Andy Lincoln, who plays Rick, together? Because Judith got older during the time jump in the same episode that Rick went away. Season 9, Episode 5. So just look at Michonne's face there. It's just one. Denai does a great job of selling it. Like, wow. Like she really hasn't seen these two in forever and they're her actual kids, you know? Like it's just one of those things where I'm hoping that Denai and Andy want to play these characters again, even in a small way. Because the big thing, you know, is Andy Lincoln right there sells it. Like, I have not seen these kids. I don't know these kids. I don't know my kids. And it's a great, you know, just Walking Dead moment. One of the best moments in the universe when you have older Judith and RJ meeting their dad, Rick. And I'm glad that they did this. Now, I would have personally done it in a different way. If you're on my live stream today, Easter Sunday, you know that I had a different couple ideas and it would have been good too. But nonetheless, if this is the route they were going, we have the reunion of Judith and Rick. And it's fan service. It's awesome. It's great. It's what we needed. And I'm glad. Yes, the season finale is rushed. It was a lot to do in one episode. But it got us to this point. It's the epic love story of Rick and Michonne. They survived. They got back to their kids. And it's just cool. Just looking at this photo right here. It's awesome. Like, we get to see the Grimes family together. And that's who the Walking Dead story is all about, in my opinion. The Grimes family. And Denai Guerrera was an executive producer and writer and starred in the show. Andy Lincoln starred in the show and was an executive producer. So I'm hoping that they will be involved still in the Walking Dead universe. But it just feels like this part right here with the Grimeses all together feels like it's over for them. It's done. We had the reunion, but we still want other reunions. What other reunions would you want to see in the Walking Dead universe still, right? More on that later for sure. But RJ looks at Rick. He's the brave man. And it's just rewarding, and it feels right, and it feels good to see Rick meet his son, RJ, right? And when he said, you know, you're the brave man, he's like, I am, but you can call me dad. It just feels like all of our families, hopefully, the dynamics, whatever it is, whether you have a good family dynamic or not, it just feels right. It just feels like you want to be part of this group, like you're part of this family. And I have to admit, when RJ's hat looked all terrible, the sheriff hat, like that, like it just looked like, what are you doing, bro? Fix your hat. And the first thing Rick does is fix his hat. And you're like, yep, that's what you got to do. It just feels like they're being together, a mom, a dad, daughter, son. It was just cool. So it feels like a satisfying ending for Rick and Michonne. So I don't need Rick and Michonne to be doing major parts in the future. But that being said, if they're gonna do The Walking Dead The Next Generation, and that's just a guess, an idea, I don't know if that's their plan, Judith and RJ have to be a part of that. Just like all the kids, right? And I don't know if Andy and Denai want to be a part of the Walking Dead universe anymore, if this is their final goodbye, because Denai said it's a limited series, and, you know, there's been no talk of a second season, and there's been no talk of anything further for these characters. That doesn't mean the Walking Dead universe is over, but the CRM is. Rick and Michonne could be. But this is the best spinoff we've had, and it focused on Rick and Michonne and them finding each other and then getting home. And now we know that it was Rick and Michonne getting back home. The CRM helicopters are bringing supplies in, so they know about the Commonwealth, Alexandria, and that the CR, the Civic Republic, not the CRM, unless it's still going to be the military, but they're bringing food, supplies, and aid. And I wonder if the title of this episode, which is The Last Time, just means that this is the last time the CRM is going to be around. Or is it the last time that we're going to see Rick and Michonne? Now, I need to see Rick and Daryl be reunited. And I think the best way to do that is the third season of the Daryl Dixon Show, where Daryl and Carol get back home and are reunited with Rick and maybe Michonne and maybe even Morgan. That'd be pretty awesome. What do you think, guys? Will we see Rick and Michonne again? Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. We truly appreciate all love and support. Stay safe. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.